In this first video, I'm going to give you a little background information on how patterns and programs get set. So just for a moment, if you would, imagine 100 billion neurons constantly wiring and firing together in your brain. Now, what this means is that each time you repeat a particular thought or action, you strengthen the connection, the way those neurons wire and fire together. So, for example, if someone smiles at you on the street, in the office, or, a friend, the natural reaction, the way you're hardwired, when somebody smiles at you, you automatically smile back, right? The smile is a trigger for you to smile back. Now, you become hardwired to certain triggers that create a specific response to people and situations in your life. And it also means that you trigger a specific response in others. So I'm going to share with you how those triggers work and, more importantly, how to change them if you're not getting the results that you want. So let's take a closer look at what you're doing inside your head. As we move deeper into the 21st century, change is a given, right? And a common reaction to change is thanks but no thanks. It's resistance. So what do you think creates that resistance? What do you think is the biggest barrier to change? Is it fear or not wanting to step out of your comfort zone? Could it be lack of interest or knowledge? Maybe lack of purpose or passion or motivation? There's many reasons. However, none of those ones that I just mentioned are the biggest barrier to change. And the biggest barrier to change may actually surprise you. It's your very own conscious mind. Now, why do I say that? Well, the way your conscious mind is hardwired, it constantly analyzes, criticizes, and judges everything that's going on, whether that's what your colleagues are wearing, what they're saying or doing, to whether it's changes in growth, productivity, competition, and globalization. So your conscious mind is judgmental, it's also reactive. So one of the best ways to think of your conscious mind is to compare it to a keyboard and a computer monitor. It responds to what comes up on the screen. And here's the thing. Nothing happens if your keyboard and screen are not connected to a hard drive. Nothing happens until you load the programs. It's your unconscious mind that can be likened to the hard drive. It holds the programs, and essentially your unconscious mind is a recording and playback mechanism forming the habit mind. And guess what? It's 1 million times more powerful than the conscious mind. It's the unconscious mind that's running you on its autopilot mode 95% of the time. Mind-boggling, isn't it? In other words, even when you think you're consciously making a decision, that decision is actually based on pre-existing programs stored at the unconscious level. So it's your unconscious mind which is actually making your decisions for you. And it's your unconscious mind which shapes how you live your life and how you run your business or work with the programs and patterns that it has loaded. Now, just consider that if you upgrade the programs on your computer hard drive on a regular basis, surely it would make sense to upgrade the patterns and programs that you're operating from, that are stored at the unconscious level. Would you agree? So the key here is in recognizing programs, triggers, patterns that are no longer working for you. And I'm going to be sharing with you 12 key patterns that may be stored on your hard drive and may be sabotaging your life.